Okay, Bob Point here. This is just a very quick video just to give you an update on the salamanders on this herd painting challenge that I've got on the go. I'm 7 hours 57 minutes into my 16 hours, so essentially 8 hours to get to this stage where I painted all of the 58 salamanders plus this guy who is one of the salamanders characters. They're all a bit rough, I appreciate that, but this is, as I've said, tabletop standard, and sort of if you look at this guy from that sort of range, I don't think he looks too bad. I probably spent a bit longer on these than on the salamanders than I anticipated. I might have gone for the pre-dry brush on the red. So these have been sprayed red. Then the sort of creamy skin colour, which was the drake tooth colour from Army Painter, and then the black bits. So there's essentially just 3 colours on there basically, and then there's sort of an attempt at a look of fire on all of the blades. You see it on this standard guy here. I mean, that could be worked up a heck of a lot more, but for the sake of a speed paint army and just to add that, I guess, bit of a spot colour, I don't think it looks too bad. There was no intention then of doing any sort of highlight, but I just felt that the red was too dark and the cream was too dark once I'd washed with the soft tone from Army Painter. So I have done a very quick flick of orange over the high points of the red armour. Not sure if you can actually see the difference on this camera. And then skeleton bone over the flesh, which does lighten the figures up somewhat, but obviously has taken me a bit longer. So I've been at it for, I think it was 1 hour and 7 minutes I've done this morning. Which has included the sort of flaming effect on all the weapons, or the heat effect on the weapons, and then the red and cream highlights. So that's where we are with essentially 8 hours into the painting challenge and 59 figures to go. So 40 Naiads, 3 tree shamblers, and an earth elemental to go. As I've said elsewhere on the Fanatic page, the tree shamblers have been sprayed with a leather brown from Army Painter and then given a dusting of skeleton bone over the top as a sort of zenithal. Really, I think they're just going to take a bit more of a dry brush and a wash. I'm tempted to use this wash, never used it before. It's called Military Shader. It's sort of a browny green colour, which I think will be excellent on what is essentially organic bits of wood and plant that I've grown into the forest shamblers. And I'm going to take the advice of Steve Evans. I've got 3 forest shamblers, one of which will become a forest warden. Probably this guy. Well, no, actually, maybe this guy looks a bit more impressive. Got quite a long, sort of rooty type fist there. So I think he'll be the forest warden, and these 2 guys will be the shamblers. And then the greater earth elemental, well, he's just going to be dry brushes and washes all the way. He's a lovely model. I've got some of the lesser earth elementals for my dwarves, but yeah, a few washes and a bit of dry brushing, and he'll be done. I think probably these 4 figures here I'll get done in an hour, really, realistically speaking. So I'm looking at probably 7 hours to paint the Naiads, and again, it's going to be a case of seeing how far I can get within 16 hours. It's not an absolute cut and dried thing that I'm going to put the brush down at 16 hours, but that's the sort of aim. So this is the Naiad, the test Naiad. I'm not entirely sure the red works on the crest of the helmet. Not sure, but and also this the hair at the back I think is probably too dark, although I did want it to contrast with the sort of turquoise blue of the skin. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and paint up some of these. I'll do exactly the same as I've done with the Salamanders and do them all at once. So all the skin, all the crests, the tridents, or the bows for the heart piercers. So we'll see how we get on, and I'll get back to you.